I apologize for this face. This face is going to be 75 years old. You know what? I don't apologize for this face. This face is going to be 75 years old tomorrow. And I'm good with it. This is what it looks like without makeup on. And we're going to try something that we haven't tried in a while. Many of you know that I have been a Bare Minerals diehard. I was for many, many years. And I haven't used it really since I started my YouTube channel. But for many years it was the only foundation or the only makeup that I used. So today I dug it all out and we are going to play with it. We'll just see how it works. I'm going to start off. I have prepared my face with all of my moisturizers and serums, everything that I use, and I'm also going to put on some Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've been wearing using the Milani eyeshadow primer for a long time. I've loved it, but in the past few weeks, my eyelids are it's almost like they're starting to peel. The skin is so dry on them, especially right here in the corner. So that's the only thing that it really could be, because it's the only thing that I've been consistent with when it comes to eyeshadows and anything else that I would put on my eyelids. So I've decided to try again the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and so far so good. I have my mirror right here. The last time I did a Get Ready With You, many of you asked about my mirror, and this mirror is very old. I had this mirror before I started YouTube. It's just a little electric magnifying mirror. I think it's 10 power on one side and maybe 1 power on the other side. I use the 1 power. I can't use the 10 power anymore since I had my cataracts taken care of a couple of years ago. And by the way, a little quick update on that. I went the other day for my 2-year checkup, and my vision is exactly the same as it was after they did the surgery. It's perfect. It's as perfect as it can be. I have had no issues at all. I know I have a neighbor who had the same surgery about less than a year ago, and she's already had to have, they call it, I think, YAG surgery, and it's just a little tweak where they can go in, and if your eyes are starting to change, they can go in and tweak them, and she's already had to go in and do that. And he did tell me that because I've gone 2 years and my vision has not changed at all, that there's a very good chance that I will never have to have that done. So that makes me happy. You know, we just all have different results from the same procedures. So, you know, I'm just tickled pink that mine is still going great. All right, so let's start with the foundation. Oh, and I was telling you about this mirror. I can't remember. There's no label on it whatsoever. I looked underneath it, all around it. It's probably a Conair, I would suspect. I either got this at Walmart or maybe Target, but I think one of those. And here's what I don't like about it. I mean, you'll be able to see this. Okay, it's off. the base is about that big around, and you tap it and the dimmest light comes on. You tap it a second time and it gets a little brighter. The third time it gets pretty bright, which is awesome. But if you happen to touch that base while you're applying your makeup, it turns it off, so you have to start all over. And so, you know, that doesn't make me happy because I'm always touching it for some reason. I don't use this anymore. I keep this in our spare bathroom for our company when they come. A company a few years ago sent me a new makeup mirror, and if you don't remember seeing it, I'll try to link the video below where I reviewed it, but it's the one I use every day, and it's on a real tall stand, and the stand part, or the column part, is a fan. And so if you get hot when you're putting your makeup on, the fan is wonderful. So that's what I use. It's too tall for this, but that's what I use every day. And that makeup mirror is way expensive. I would have never purchased it on my own. But if you're interested in it, I'll locate that video and put it in the show more below. So let's start with the Bare Minerals. And I still had all this, so I just pulled it out. I can't bear to part with it. It's the medium beige is my color. And so I'm just going to tap a tiny little bit into the lid. And I'm just going to use this flat top brush. It is a flat kabuki. And what I'm going to do is tap it and swirl it around, tap the excess off, and I'm going to start, what I do is, if I remember correctly, is I start on the side of my face and I pat it like that, so that I don't have a big concentration of the minerals right in front of my face. And then I start buffing. And I think the key to Bare Minerals or any of the other mineral foundations is buffing. I need a little bit more. It's my understanding that when the minerals are milled so finely that when you buff them real hard, it generates friction, and the friction melts the minerals into a cream, and that's why it works. I'm gonna put a little bit more on. My face I probably should have gone with a deeper color because my face does not get tanned. So my face is a lot lighter than my body. Oh yeah. I like it. See, I just touch my light. I think a lot of older women have been turned off by Bare Minerals because they have tried it and think that it settles in their lines. But my feeling is that if you buff it hard enough and it turns to cream, then it's cream. A little bit more. I like Bare Minerals too, I remember, because Bare Minerals has a natural sunscreen in it. Because it's minerals, it's rock. And I saw Leslie Blodgett on QVC once talk about the sunscreen in it, and she said because it's rocks, basically it's like holding a rock up in front of your face. I understand why she sold the company, but gosh, I wish she hadn't have. Let me tell you how long I've been wearing Bare Minerals. Many, many years ago, and if I can find it, I will put it below, or I'll put it across the screen here, but many, many years ago, she had purchased the Bare Minerals company. It was just a floundering little makeup company that no one knew about. She was able to purchase it, and somehow she got on QVC real soon. And of course, that's what started it all. But I was watching the morning of her very first visit, her very first 30-minute show on QVC. Her very first. She sold a small kit, and when she was talking about it, it was like, I thought, well, that makes sense. It was like everything she said, I'm going, well, that makes sense. Well, that makes sense. Well, that makes sense. It just made sense. So I ordered that very first kit that she ever sold in that first 30 minutes that she was on QVC. It came in a few days later. I played around with it, and at first I didn't like it at all. It was so different. But I kept working with it. I was determined to make it work. And a week or so later, I was meeting all of my girlfriends for lunch on a Saturday. And I'm the one who always gets there first, and that day I had something going on, and I was the last one there. So when I got there and I walked into the restaurant, all of my girlfriends were sitting at this big booth. There were about 5 or 6 of them. And it was like, almost like in unison, they said, "What have you done to your skin?" And, I had to, it took me so by surprise, I didn't know what to say. And I said, well, what do you mean, what have I done to my skin? And one of the girls spoke up and she said, "Your skin looks so good. What are you using?" And I stopped for a minute and I said, well, I'm using this new foundation, this new makeup. And that's the only thing it could be. And of course they wanted to know about it. I told them, and guess what? They all bought it and started using it. Okay, so I'm going to stop with that, and I'm going to do my waterline. I think this makes more difference than anything I do. I push it up into my lashes. And by the way, this is the Milani Supreme Cold Cajole. I will try to remember to list all of these products in the description box below. By the way, this Bare Minerals foundation that I used is the original foundation. I'm going to use my little e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. I have the whitest, I would call them blonde, but they're not blonde, they're white eyebrows. Some of you are going to be so envious, but I have never plucked my brows in my life. They're just blonde or white now. Okay. I'm even going to use some Bare Minerals eyeshadows. I'm going to use the cream soda for all over my lid, and then my all-time favorite Bare Minerals eyeshadow is called Black Pearl, and it's that deep purple that works on my eyes. So I'm going to start off, and these are loose. Again, they're loose minerals. I have my color swipe. This has just a tiny sparkle to it. I didn't realize that when I pulled it out, but we'll make it work. I can't remember. Ooh, I have some good sparkle going on there. I don't think you can see that, or I might be able to zoom in on that. I love this. And again, I swirl it to get it into the brush, tap it off, I love this. Do you see I touched the light? I have one of my friends who started using this told me one day that her children always knew when she was applying her makeup because they could hear the tapping. Okay, I like it. Black Pearl. For mascara, I am using my Essence I Love Extreme. And by the way, I know I've told you this, but I always bend my mascara brush. Most brushes you can bend. don't do it too hard, too extreme, or you could break it. I've been doing this since I started using mascara. In my 20s, obviously. I've been using this little trick, and in all those years, I've only broken a couple of wands. I have run across a few that won't bend at all, but I have been doing this little trick that long. I have an eyelash that's growing straight out on the end here. It will eventually fall out, but I've noticed the past few days, it's just, I don't curl my lashes, so. And the reason I don't curl my lashes is when I get them wet with the mascara, they curl naturally. So if I curl them, they go up onto my eyelids. I could probably try to curl that end lash. But by bending it, you see I don't have to get my arm way out. I can manipulate the wand better. I do not use mascara on my lower lashes. My lower lashes are almost non-existent. So it just works better for me not to curl them. It's coming along. I did not find bisque is what I would use in under my eyes. I couldn't find any. I had probably run out and didn't replace it with Bare Minerals, so I'm going to use the new Tarte Creaseless Concealer. To try to take care of these trenches. I really don't have bags under my eyes. It's these darn trenches that I hate. Okay, I'm just gonna find, I've got a brush here I'm gonna use. I think this Creaseless Concealer it's maybe a little creamier, or doesn't seem to be quite as drying as the Shape Tape. Oilier maybe. Now I am going to use my e.l.f. under eye powder. You know what? I'm not either. I'm going to use, I could only find the little trial size of the Mineral Veil. The Mineral Veil is like the finishing powder for Bare Minerals, so I'm going to see what that does. That works fine. Before I do the Mineral Veil, I'm going to put some blush on, or some Warmth. And Warmth is Bare Minerals. It's like the bronzer. And I have some in the lid, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use this big flat brush. Sort of warm up my skin just a little bit. And then I'm going to use, what you learn with Bare Minerals real quick is as soon as you use something, you close the top on it. You never want to spill this. I'm going to use for blush Ruby Radiance. And if I remember correctly, the Radiances really aren't supposed to be blushes. They can be used for blushes, but typically they go all over your face to give you a glow. But I'm going to use this. Okay, now I'm going to put the Mineral Veil all over my face. So I'm going to use the same big brush. Use my color swipe. I promise you, I think if you apply this correctly, you're going to love it. I'm going to do my lower liner. Oh, by the way, I have a new wig. That's why you're seeing my hair like this. I have a new wig to show you. Oh, I love it. I will tell you that it is, there goes the light again. It's pricey, but it's a longer version of the Editor's Pick. I love that Editor's Pick wig, but every time I wear it, I say, you know, I just wish it were a little bit longer. And because I like to pull my hair back a lot, I like to wear headbands, I like to, you know, I just wanted to be able to do more things with a wig. So I picked a wig that is very similar to it, and you'll see it, it's longer on my shoulders, and I can do a lot more with it. My Rimmel London, I've used this so much. It's the Lock and Shine. I don't know the color. Let me hold it up in front of that light. The reason I like this so much is I can put it on in the morning, and then it's a stain, so it stays on my lips all day. And if my lips start to feel dry, I can put on any gloss or any lipstick on top of it. I've learned not to put it on too thick. It feels gunky on your lips if you put it on too thick. And this lip that it has almost disappeared on this side, it keeps it its shape the way it should be when I cheat. Let's get that wig. It's by Ellen Villa. This is what the box looks like. Ellen Villa is the brand name of the wig, and this is part of their Hair Power line. And the color I have, and I'll put all of this below in the Show More box rather, but it's Pearl Blonde Rooted is the color of this. It's called Beach Mono. That would be the name of it. And let's open it up and take it out of the box and turn it inside out and just give it a good shake. You can see right off the bat that it's a lot longer. Let's turn it inside out and let me just show you some of the features before I put it on. It has a lace front, which we love. The lace front makes for a very nice looking hairline and allows you to sort of style it off of your face. It has a 100% hand-tied mono part, which is right here. It has premium synthetic hair. The fiber looks and feels like natural hair, and it's ready to wear right out of the box. It weighs 3.7 ounces. As I said, it's part of the Hair Power line. It fits a petite average head. It has the little tabs here to tighten or loosen. Has the ear tabs to make sure that you have it straight on your head. And as I said, the color I have is Pearl Blonde Rooted. And rooted just means that it's darker at the roots. So let's get her on. The tag goes in the back. And I usually try to take it, everybody does theirs different, and by the way, I have my hair pulled back just in a flat bun on the back of my head. I get it as flat as I can, and I only use about 3 bobby pins to hold it down. I hold it on the side like this, and then just pull it down, and then I hold it in the front, pull it down in the back. Make sure my hair is up underneath it. I look for make sure my hair is not coming out. And I find my little ear tabs and make sure that they are straight. Pull that cap down on my head. I also like to pull the underneath hair. I hold on and pull down in the back and on the sides. It seems like they always do these mono parts on this side on the left, and I always part my hair on this side, but I think you could probably play with this enough and part it on the other side. I love the length of this. The bangs are long. Look, let me give you the dimensions on this hair, on the length of it. I have my notes. The bang is 6 inches. The crown is 9 inches. The sides are 7, and the nape is 7. So it's a good length. I may, when I get brave enough, I may cut these bangs. I don't know. You know, I'm so new to wigs that I just don't know. I don't know if I'm brave enough to cut it. And what if I don't like it? Unlike my hair, they won't grow. Let me bring a comb in here, so we're just going to have to use fingers. it's not too shiny. I thought when I first took it out of the box, because it is a little bit shinier than the Editor's Pick, but it's not, as I work with it, it's not as shiny as I thought it was. If I think it's a little bit shiny, I will, spray some dry shampoo on it. But I love the part. I love the roots. I mean, you can just do so much with this. And let me show you. I mean, you can see my hair, but my hair color is so similar to this that, I mean, you just can't tell what's my hair and what is the wig. I mean, to the point that if you wanted to wear it back, you certainly could. Now, I don't know what it looks like in the back because I don't have a mirror, but let me show you the sides. Okay, front, the side, the other side, and I'll try to turn around so that you can see the back. Okay, I went and grabbed some earrings and a square hairband. Of course, I couldn't find one to match my top, although I know I have one. That is cute. Whoops, my hair. I like that. Just a little clip on top if I wanted to do that. It's cute. It's a keeper. So I'll show you some more styles with this at the end of the video, and you're also going to see a very special message from the newest member of our family. So stay tuned for that. As I said earlier, this wig is pricey, and I know for some of you, it's going to be out of your budget. I look hard, I really do, for wigs that I would wear, because that's my criteria in reviewing wigs, is it has to be a wig that I would personally wear in a color that I would wear. I don't want to just come on and try on wigs for you. That I don't. I'm not a wig reviewer. I don't need a wig. I like wigs as hair accessories, as a different look, something new, something different, something easy. So I just don't want to show you things that I wouldn't wear, even if they're cheaper. I wouldn't. And it's not about the price, but it is about the price. I want, if it's a cheaper or lesser expensive wig, I want to make sure that the quality is there, the style is there. I want it to be right for you. I want it to be something that you will see value into for you. So this one it's a little bit pricier, but remember that at Wig Studio 1, if you use my discount code, you'll get a 30% discount. Not just on this wig, but on any wig on their website. You just have to go to their website and use my 30% discount to get the discount. So, and again, all of that information will be listed in the description box below. So tell me what you think about this one. I like the longer length. It's not as full, although I can fluff it out. I can certainly fluff it out. It's not as full as the Editor's Pick or the If You Dare, that lavender wig, which I love. Well, I love the Editor's Pick too, and I love this. So now stay tuned for that special message from that special little someone. Bye-bye.
Hi everybody! It won't be long before I get to come and meet my brand new mommy and daddy and see my house. See my new house where I am going to be king of the castle. I am going to rule the roost, and they don't know it yet, but I'm going to be calling all the shots around there. And I can't wait to meet all of you in person so that you can see how cute I am. So don't forget to go out and be kind. Remember what my mommy says, that kindness is free, and we need to go out and just sprinkle that stuff all over the place. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so that you'll be notified every time we post a new video. And notice I said we, because I'm going to be star of this show too. Just you wait and see. Love you, and we'll see you soon.